how do your teammates respond to it?
It's not really too much of a difference for me. It's something I've always been doing, but I wouldn't say I was like getting on to them. I was just telling them next play like you can't do stuff like that. Like nothing too much, but yeah, it's not really too much big of a difference, but it's just something that I've just always been doing.
On the right here with Nick.
Hey, Deontae, the Tennessee game last year, obviously, defensively, there were some issues and struggles. What are some things you guys are looking to do differently against this Tennessee offense and what they do?
Just make sure we get on the same page. Everyone get lined up. Got to make sure we stop the run game. And that'll be a big piece in the game.
Charlie. Tony.
Kind of bouncing off that, with how much they spread out the offense, how difficult does that make your job being in the middle of the field, having to cover so much of the running game?
It's a challenge, but I mean, we have good interior D linemen that could, hold their gap. Makes it easier for me to, flow and make a tackle.
Mike Rodak.
What makes them so good at running the ball?
I think the O-line block together well as a unit. They physical up front. Got a good running back, 2 good running backs. And I think they just play together.
Matt.
You played against KJ Jefferson last week. Does that help you get another big, strong, mobile quarterback this week, or does it just not matter that much?
I don't think it really matters that much, but I mean, it was great that we saw that the past week, so it can be a challenge. So we know that we got a game tackle.
Cody.
Quandarius Robinson flashed quite a bit in the last game. Just kind of what did you see from him? What did you think of the way he played?
Yeah, Q-Rob, he's been doing everything he has to do to, increase his role on the defense. I feel like he's doing everything he can to do that. I think he had a great game last Saturday.
Katie.
Being from Alabama, just how much was the Tennessee rivalry something you're kind of aware of growing up? And then how did last year's game and them snapping the streak kind of maybe change your perspective of what this rivalry is?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to it growing up, but I noticed quick when I got here. I noticed a tradition, a rivalry, big rivalry for the fans. Last year definitely woke my eyes a little bit to see how big this rivalry was, and that'll generate good performance for me.
Nick Alvarez.
A part of the rivalry with that game this week is the cigars for the victory team. To what extent do you notice that either fans in the crowd have been smoking them during your time here in the fourth quarter of games, or how much of that part of the tradition have you noticed as a player?
Yeah, again, I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but it's something I know now, so I could enjoy it now.
Jerry.
Deontae, back when you were being recruited, your high school coach mentioned several times that you kind of reminded him of C.J. Mosley. And then when you got here, you're wearing the same number he wore here. Is he a guy that you've watched his game and kind of emulated a little bit?
Growing up, I played at Theodore Park, and he was in high school at Theodore High School. So I definitely watched him growing up. But I mean, it hit me when I first got here, seeing 32 and just knowing the legacy. But I mean, as time got on, I just noticed that I can only be myself. So I mean, I do watch his tape to try to, steal some of his moves in a way, but I just use that to implement me and help me to be a better player.
In the back with Jake.
How much have you personally been looking forward to this game, just knowing how last year ended and some of the images of the fans storming the field?
I've just been trying to take it week by week. I'm definitely excited now that this past weekend is over, but yeah, it still leave a bad taste in my mouth.
Anything else? Awesome. Thanks, Deontae.